Okay, this is my favorite shirt that I have ever made. Now, I made this shirt before I was making YouTube videos, and I wear the heck out of this thing. It is so cool. It is a compliment magnet, and I want to see if I can recreate it, but I thought I might actually be able to elevate it. So this is a Gildan shirt. They last, but there is another shirt that I am told is going to be sturdier, last longer, and actually, because it's a thicker t-shirt, might also give a little bit more vibrancy. So I'm going to show you how to make this, and it's actually maybe a little more complicated than it looks. This is the shirt that I'm going to use as a base to try and emulate my favorite shirt. Now, this is a Carhartt pocket shirt. It's 100% cotton. It has been soaked in soda ash and has been spun out so that it's just barely damp. This is, I got this on Amazon. They're a little expensive, I mean, relative to like the Gildan shirts that you might get at Michael's. But this thing is, this is heavy. So the first thing we're gonna do is I'm going to spiral this up just like the last one. We're gonna do a rainbow color pattern, and then we're gonna talk about how you get the black, and that is where this can get a little tricky. Real quick introduction. These are handmade Christmas gifts I got this year. They are wooden mice, and this is towel, and this is stardust. So that was the thickest shirt I've ever twisted up. I think it's pretty good, but it is very different. When you do a super thin shirt, everything comes together real nicely. The back, this looks pretty darn good actually from this angle, the side that was pushed down to the table. But I like it. It's big. It's pretty thick. So now let's get the colors out. Okay, so we're going to do a 6-color rainbow spiral on both sides. The colors that we're going to use, the red I've chosen is Oxblood Red, Orange Crush, Lime Pop, this is one of my favorites, Bright Yellow, Turquoise, Deep Purple. So we're going to go around the spiral just like you would make a normal rainbow spiral shirt, but then we're going to put Raven Black over the top of everything. When we get to that step, I'll explain why that makes this a little interesting. So because of the thickness of this shirt and the sort of nature of this project, saturation is going to be really important. So I'm going to be using the big bottles, not the needlepoint bottles, because it's easy to go underboard with the needlepoint ones. The center of the spiral is there, so the pieces are going to look a little wonky size-wise, but I want the spiral to be the center point. It's a good idea to go heavy-handed on the yellow. Yellow gets taken over pretty easily, so you can go a little heavy on the yellow. Okay, I think I've chosen hopefully the right amount of saturation, but here comes the kicker. We're now going to do a layer of black over the top of all of this. And how much black you put on is going to determine whether you end up with a completely black shirt, which is obviously not what we're going for, or one where there's just little flashes of black. And the sort of sense that I want this shirt to have is that how did you get a rainbow spiral onto a shirt that was already black? So we're gonna do some black over the top. It's sort of an experiment to see whether we go overboard or we don't do quite enough, but let's do a bunch of black and then we will keep our fingers crossed. Okay, that felt like a ton, but this shirt is so thick that it's just really every time you do this, you're gonna end up with a slightly different result. But I'm hoping it's good. Worst case scenario is I just got myself a new black Carhartt pocket shirt that nobody will know has ever been tie-dyed. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna let this batch for a day and then we will rinse it out. I'll bring it back to the table and we will take a peek, pop it open, and hope that we did the right amount of black over the top of everything. Moment of truth. Now we find out whether or not I was able to replicate the shirt that I made initially. Let's go ahead and get it popped open. I can see there is some flashes of green and I can see a little bit of purple. Not much going on here. So this is, I'm shooting for very dark, but still a noticeable rainbow if you're looking closely. So let's see what we got. Ooh, that little flash. Okay, we're gonna get some cool stuff. Oh, yeah. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and flip it. Okay, this turned out awesome. It is a little bit lighter than my Muse, the shirt that actually this is super cool. And this area here was pretty white on the first shirt that I made. There was sort of a patch of white that was in the middle here, and it's sort of difficult to see, but I can still see all the way to the middle of the spiral, and that is going to become much more obvious after I do a washout. The first thing that I'm noticing is this shirt is so heavy. Like, this thing is killer. This is going to last a really long time. If you don't dig this, you could probably peel that off, but I actually like it. I like Carhartt stuff. I have a bunch of it. So I'm going to get this rinsed out and then we will take another look once it's had a chance to lighten up. And I suspect we'll be able to see a little bit more in here. But so far I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Okay, well, I think this turned out awesome. The center did lighten up quite a bit. This blue and purple stripe that you can see right here is much more noticeable now that it's been washed and dried. But primarily, I just think this is a great shirt that's going to last a really long time, and I can wear it and not worry about sort of burning through it. These do fade over time, and the sturdier they are, the longer it's going to last. So I think 9 out of 10 is probably a good call, I think. And I hope you liked the video, and if you want to see some more, you can subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.